I found a good post here on Facebook, of all places, okay? And it says, basically it's saying in a nutshell that Novatech has less than 2 to 4 weeks of capital funds in their reserves to pay out. What the heck does that mean? Is that even true? Or is that just BS? Anyways, all of that coming up in just a moment. Stay tuned. Welcome to the channel. On this channel, what I do most of the time, as per request by my viewers, is to review stuff. Sometimes I find some good income opportunities, but more often than not, I usually uncover brutal, nasty scams that are responsible for stealing billions of dollars worth of crypto collectively from unsuspecting victims. You want to make sure that doesn't happen to you. Subscribe and also click on the bell notification icon. That way you won't miss out on any important info. Also, please like and share this video. Before I got into this industry, not that long ago, I used to be a burnt out trucker. I used to work 60, 70, sometimes even 80 hours per week in Ontario, Canada, away from my home. Came online, found a powerful system, plugged into it, and started creating an income. Eventually, it created more income than I was making in the trucking industry, and I was able to fire my boss. Okay, so if that looks like something that you're looking for, be sure to check out my #1 recommended opportunity underneath this video. First link in the description box below. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into it. So here we are. Found a resource here on good old Facebook. Okay, and it's called Novatech Scam Now What. You just go to Facebook and you type that in, and they have all kinds of helpful information for people who are trying to get ahead with investing. Okay, and this specific group, I believe they have about 80 different topics or 80 separate groups trying to, warn people about potential scams. Okay, so one of the groups is called Novatech Scam Now What. Now, one of the posters, Jeremy, he posted 2 days ago, and he says, with my math, Novatech has less than 2 to 4 weeks of capital funds in their reserves to pay out. Okay, is that really true? Or is that just bullshit? Okay, well, I've done a previous review of Novatech. I also made a review on TikTok. Okay, if you guys want to take a look at it, I'll include a link in the comments area. Okay. Now, the only proof here that Novatech has actual trading, if you go to their website, NovatechFX.com, right, you're going to see it here. It's an old recorded video. If you click on that link, it's going to take you to good old YouTube, and you're going to get to see a fancy video with candlesticks, charts, and fancy graphs. Okay, but underneath I noticed that it says comments are turned off. So this is the proof that all of the Novatech network marketing distributors are telling people they have legitimate trading. So if we go back now to Novatech Scam Now What, right, then it kind of makes sense with what this fellow has said here. With his math, I'm thinking that he's probably almost accurate. Okay, why would I say something like that? Well, let's put on our thinking caps for just a moment. Okay, now if they don't really have any trading and they're just pretending that they're trading, right? They're just pretending, because in truth, the founders of Novatech, they were pushing another scam called AWS mining. AWS mining got shut down by the security regulators in Texas. Now, a lot of the network marketers promoting Novatech now are saying Novatech doesn't have to register with Florida, with Texas State, right? with the SEC. They don't have to register with anyone because it's not a securities offering. But if we go back to AWS Mining was pretending that they had mining facilities. Now the CEO, Cynthia Pennian, and her husband, the COO, Eddie Pennian, they were fronting the AWS mining scam that scammed thousands of investors to the tune of over $1 billion, pretending that they had mining, and they had no mining happening, okay? No mining whatsoever. Eventually, they got shut down by the Texas securities regulator. It was a crypto opportunity that was unregulated, unregistered. Okay, so a lot of the network marketers promoting the scheme are saying it doesn't need to be regulated. Well, why the heck did AWS mining get shut down? Okay, so the only proof that they have of trading is this video that's recorded. Okay, so I'm thinking this is kind of reminding me like CashFX, right? CashFX, a lot of the people who are investing in Novatech right now lost money in the CashFX opportunity, as well as with the hyperverse. Okay, but with CashFX, they were also pretending that they had Forex traders and professional traders, and then someone exposed the CFX master trader, this fellow here, and the team. This guy here was a taxi cab driver, and he's still at his job right now. Other fellow, I believe, was a construction worker. So they had a fake team of traders pretending to be, well, they were actually construction workers and taxi cab drivers. This was the expert trading team. They didn't have any Forex trading with CashFX. Okay, they were just pretending, just like as is the case with Novatech. And here's the story gets even worse. They had another scheme called Hyperverse. Hyperverse, it exit scammed. The website's still up and running. They're still accepting deposits. You can get money in, you just can't get money out. Same thing with CashFX. And gullible people are handing over their money like crazy, right? Isn't that something, right? But here's the thing. Why is this all happening? Okay. It's happening. Here's another post I found on Facebook. Okay. This guy was referring to a guy by the name of Roy. I believe it's Roy Hale. Anyways, Roy said, and he was referring to Hyperverse Hyperfund. He says, I have a few friends who are in this business, and we can apply this, what he said, to Novatech. Okay. Roy says, I have a few friends who are in this business, and despite being told that this is a Ponzi scam, and even having bare facts about the owners and the Ponzi pimps involved laid out in front of them, they are blinkered by the numbers on a screen. They all unfortunately have one thing in common. They all have been involved in various online and network marketing businesses over a number of years and had no success. Then along comes this nonsense which none of them understand, and they think they have made it. Very sad, but the only way they may learn is when it disappears. And basically, last Christmas 2021, the scam bosses, these two fellows here, Ryan Zhu and Sam Lee, they locked all withdrawals, and no one was able to withdraw except for the top MLM promoters. Okay, so the same ruse seems to be happening here with Novatech. People are going to get scammed again. I made videos and reviews. I was asked to do a review on the Hyperverse. I was asked to review CashFX, just like I was asked to review Novatech. I don't promote these type of systems because they pretend that they have like revenue being created by Forex trading or crypto or mining, and it all turns out to be bullshit. Okay. So we're going to go back to Novatech here. Maybe we'll look at some of the comments. Tasha Macmac. Look at some of the people that are investing with, and you know, Tasha Macmac. Okay. Showing her booty. She says, show proof. Y'all talk. We need proof. How can you prove this in court? Well, that's pretty funny. If you go back here, the lady here that's running the scheme, Novatech, right, and her husband, they are running it illegally. Their ass, right, doesn't want to be in court. They're not gonna like fight in court, okay? But Tasha Mac, right? The Novatech scam now what doesn't have to prove jack in court, right? They don't have to. Harry replied. I like Harry, right? Look at that. He's got an avatar there, and it says, "Hey, the Ponzi," right? I grew up in the 70s and 80s, and I grew up watching Happy Days, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, rock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, rock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and the Fonz. I really liked the Fonz. I didn't like Henry Winkler, the guy who played the Fonz, but the character, the Fonz, is completely different from Winkler. Okay, so Harry Page, what did he say? Just because Harry's got that avatar of the Fonz, that means Harry is cool. Okay, but anyways, what is Harry trying to do? He's trying to warn people here. And what happened? What did he try to? He told Tasha Mac. He says, prove what in court? Novatech is not registered with the SEC. That's all the proof we need, right? But a lot of desperate people are going to fight tooth and nail. Look at this fellow here, Matthew Pierce. I think these people are so desperate to make money online. They want to hold these big checks on stage, and they're willing to do whatever they can. But the thing is that in order for this scheme to stay up and running, they need donations from the public. And the majority of people that are involved don't know how to market and promote. A lot of them didn't have very much success online. So what do? They try to build a list of warm market family and friends. And they're serving up their family and friends, bringing the lambs to the slaughter so that they could hopefully make a little money. Okay, so if we go back to this post here, I'm thinking that Jeremy hit the nail on the head with this one. Why would I say that? I'll close off with this here. 2 to 4 weeks of capital funds in the reserves. Well, if we think about it and we put on our thinking hats, right, or thinking caps, if this is the only proof that they have trading, a recorded video, and if you go there, comments are turned off, then most likely this is where the revenue is coming from. And what is this? It's the Novatech. My cursor's not working too good. I highlighted it up on the left hand side of the screen here. Novatech LTD compensation plan. That means the MLM compensation plan. This is what they're creating revenue with. Okay, so if you are just an innocent bystander, you're not a network marketer, and you're just looking in and you heard, hey, I could make a ton of money, right? If you go to Trustpilot, you're going to notice a whole bunch of green light reviews, meaning the network marketers who know that this platform relies on network marketing recruitment to keep feeding it. If they run out of new investment to pay out the older investors, it's going to end in collapse, and no one is going to, play golf and retire wealthy with Novatech. So they're trying to keep this thing going as long as they possibly can. Okay, so they're putting fake reviews. Anyways, you guys don't have to believe a thing I say. I recommend learn by your own experience. If you have to, invest and eventually lose it, there are people who are going to make some money here, right? But it's usually the people who got in at the ground floor in the beginning, as well as the owners, of course, and the top MLM recruiters. They're going to make most of the income here. But what's mostly being made here is referral income. But I'm not saying that no one can withdraw. I know they're having some issues. There are some people, I made another video on YouTube talking about people having problems withdrawing. They've been withdrawing. Guys have even been saying that they've been withdrawing from their bonus accounts and not their trading accounts, and they got their accounts deleted, and for some reason they didn't give them, meaning Novatech admins are not answering their questions in the support, and they've deleted their accounts, and they still haven't gotten their withdrawals. Some of the savvy network marketers are going to say, hey Rory, you're making up stuff. But you guys, go out there, do your own due diligence and research, and draw your own conclusions. Okay, but at the end of the day, this is where the revenue is coming. Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, MLM compensation plan. That means people bring their families, serve them up on a silver platter to these people, right? She's pretending she's the CEO, Reverend, saving people, and she's going to hurt a lot of families, okay? This is how they're getting paid out on level 1, 15%, level 2, 2%. So as an example, take out the calculator here. Let's say you have a friend at work that said, hey, look at this. You could retire wealthy in a year or so. You got to check this out. And if they get you to invest, let's say $1,000 as an example, okay, and you times that by 15%, okay, that means they make $150. If you put $1,000 in, the network marketer recruiter of the Ponzi scheme is going to make $150. So if you have a coworker or a family member, right, as an example here, just on the multi-level 1, right, of the MLM compensation plan, they get you to drop down $1,000 and tell you that you're going to save your family and that they're going to save you. They're going to make $150 off your $1,000 deposit. Okay. Now, at the moment, I know some people are having some issues, but how it was working was that people were able to withdraw. But what all of the network marketing leaders, that means the upline sponsors, what they're telling their downline, they're saying, don't withdraw. You guys can compound and earn, you could triple your investment if you don't pull your money out. And what are most people doing right now in Novatech? And the same thing that they were doing with the hyperverse, right? These guys were saying, don't withdraw, don't withdraw. Just keep reinvesting and compound. And eventually by Christmas of 2021, just about a year ago, right? A year and a month, 11 months ago, right? These guys knew, right, with the hyperverse, similar opportunity to Novatech, they knew that come Christmas, a lot of people need their money, and they just locked all withdrawals, okay? And no one was able to withdraw after that point in time except for the top leaders, right? Like Kalpesh Patel and his gang, who were serving people up on a silver platter, okay? So I'm thinking this fellow's prediction here, 2 to 4 weeks. What does that mean? That means since they have a network marketing compensation plan, and if there's no trading, right, as is the case with the hyperverse, was no trading, it was just pretend trading, it was just a network marketing company. And with the hyperverse, no one's gotten paid for the past year except for the top MLM leaders. History is repeating itself, guys. History is repeating itself. We're coming up to Christmas 2022. Let's see what the team behind Novatech's going to do. Are they going to lock your withdrawals or not? Okay. So if all of the revenue is coming from here, the network marketing compensation plan, and there's no trading, then of course they probably got less than 2 to 4 weeks of capital. Because why would I say that? Because they've got to pay all these people in the compensation plan along with the Ponzi bosses. They're trying to live a glamorous lifestyle. I think they're still in Florida. Who knows? A lot of these people are running off and hiding in Dubai, okay, because there's no extradition treaty with the US. But who the hell wants to go to jail for network marketing, guys? For network marketing. There was a young fellow in Empire's X, another Ponzi scheme, where all the promoters, the network marketing promoters, were arguing tooth and nail how that was legit. And they had a young fellow, he was like 28 years old, pretending he was master trader. And eventually, the system owners ran away with their tails between their legs. I believe they went back to Brazil or wherever the heck they came from. But this young fellow was an American. And I think he's still in court right now. But he's facing between 5 to 25 years in prison. Who the hell wants to go to jail for what? For network marketing, guys. For network marketing. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.